Known as the Queen of Contest, the writer Helen Hadsell became known as the woman who won all the contests she wanted. Born in 1924, she doesn't hide the secrets behind her success. To paraphrase Helen, a truly successful person is one who thinks positively. In the year of 1964, Helen became known for winning a house, which was exhibited at the New York World's Fair, and she went to receive the house. She said the following to her husband: "For God's sake, act like you're surprised." And the most curious thing is that she was absolutely sure that the house would be hers, long before the results of the competition she was participating came out. In her book, Helen says that the day before the draw, she asked her husband to take time off from work and prepare for the house delivery. On the day of the draw, the company called to advise that after the husband returned from work, they would go to receive the house. But curiously, Helen's husband was already at home, waiting to receive the prize. And everything gets even more curious when Helen demonstrates to the company the installation plans that she had already made for the house, because they already believed and saw themselves as winners. Many people may be thinking that it was pure luck. That Helen is a woman of great faith, but this is a huge misconception. Luck has nothing to do with Helen's life. She has won every contest she entered during her lifetime. Want to know more? Wait in the video, which will tell you. Helen won everything from cars, stereos, to real estate, and she certainly wasn't relying on luck. All the lessons already presented were taken from the book The Name It and Claim It game, How to Be a Winner, in the contest you enter or in the game of life. Every time Helen saw something she wanted, she simply found a contest, entered, and won. As such, she's the holder of more than 5,000 awards throughout her life. But when did all this luck for Helen begin? It all started in the year of 1958 when Helen read the book The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, so she was impressed to read the words in Norman's work. You can have anything you want as long as you know exactly what you want. Helen tells in an interview that the time she read these words, her husband was reading a fishing magazine and said, "You can have whatever you want? So I want this sport fishing boat." So, Helen found the contest and decided to enter, and as expected, she won the contest. Helen says the key to achieve these goals is positive thinking, viewing things as if you were already the winner. You can change from loser to winner, that is, if you want to change. You have all the capabilities for self-enrichment. You just need to exercise those powers. When starting out, don't worry that you're doing it right. Just start. Helen, in the passage I just quoted, talks about the power of decision. The decision is very important in our lives to know where we are and where we want to go. If you want to know more about decisions, there is a video on the channel waiting for you by Bob Proctor, where we tell how Bob, through decision making, changed his life completely. A few years ago, my idea of success was being able to enter contests and win. Anything and everything we could possess in this material world. I developed a desire, a goal, and a determination. I had read a book on positive thinking, and it left a permanent impression. So I wanted to prove to myself that anything the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve with positive thinking. To know what you want. Helen teaches that to practice positive thinking and words of prosperity, you first need to be clear in mind what you want, what you really want. It seems obvious to know what you want, but it's not that simple. We have the habit of saying to ourselves, "Oh, I would love to have the Model X car, but if you see another one, that's fine." It is a mistake to practice positive thinking in this way. You must practice with your goal in mind and your goal only. Instead of imagining and aiming for the Model X car, imagine yourself inside the car and smelling it again, the noise, the warmth of its seats. This will make you shape up to reach your goal. As Helen says in her interview, do you know what you really want? Don't be too quick with your answer, because the average person has many wants and longings. They change daily with the person's mood. You're not able to give yourself a chance to generate enough energy for your end result to falter. I suggest you play this mind game with yourself. Ask yourself, what is the most important goal I want to accomplish? Think about it seriously. Is it positive, constructive, and creative? Kind of imagine having that. Feel what it's like to have it. Cultivate a positive attitude. Helen says that to be successful, you need to have an attitude that makes you get what you want to be. If you want to be a millionaire, you don't have to have the spending attitudes or lifestyle that they lead. After all, today they are millionaires. They weren't always. But what attitudes got you there? Discipline, the fact of not giving up on the first defeat. It is these attitudes that you must follow and have in your life. And this is not linked to the fact that you are a younger person or an older person who has more or less money. Acting on your goals will make you prosper in your life. Enjoy the process. Helen teaches that the walk can be long, but enjoy every part of this process. Every victory you have will make you prosper even more. We have the amazing ability to despise ourselves, but that's a mistake. Imagine that you've been on a diet all day, followed every meal methodically, as your nutritionist told you to. Then, when the end of the day comes and the first opportunity you have to break your diet, you do, don't you? People don't think they manage to get it right all day. All the sacrifice required, the victory of reaching the end of the day, and then they sabotage themselves. Learn to celebrate your small victories and to enjoy the process so you don't sabotage yourself too. Celebrate waking up 30 minutes early so you can work or study, but don't sabotage yourself by wasting that time on social media. Celebrate the 15-20 minute walk you took by day. Don't forget to enjoy the process. There is no failure, only delay in results. Helen says in her interview, at the time there were so many contests with so many prizes. We could choose what we wanted, which to enter. Rather, maybe we've just become more aware of opportunities to get the things we like to have in life. I put this down to anyone who sees it as luck. The fact that we won the first time we entered helped us gain confidence. There is a cliche that says, if you don't succeed the first time, try again. Had I not won my first attempt, I'm sure my positive attitude would have encouraged me to continue entering anyway. I have since realized that with a positive thinking perspective, there is no such thing as failure, only delay in results. Think about it. The imaginative faculty played a big part in the goals I wanted to achieve. So I recommend that in order to play any game successfully, train your faculty of imagination. Helen shows that we shouldn't give up or sabotage ourselves. Maybe the result you have is not what you actually imagine, but that's just a delay in the result. Don't forget to enjoy the process and always think positive. Words have power, and to learn more there is a video by Catherine Ponder on our channel, made especially for you, so you will understand how the power of words work in prosperity. Helen's positive thinking is very similar to the power the words have. I invite you to practice positive thinking in your life, expressing words of prosperity for your future and goal. Just take 5 minutes out of your day to think positive. Think about where you want to go and your goals. Did you like this video? Send it to that friend of yours who urgently needs to know positive thinking, who thinks that other people's victory is just luck. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And to learn more about the law of attraction, choose your next video. See you there. Until later.